Welcome back, everybody, to Siege of Central New York, Day 2 here in Rome, New York. I am the Pharaoh of Fantabulous the Cat, being joined by
Giraffic Jam
and our awesome producer, Cashman from Rock City. We've got quite the team set up, and speaking of teams, we got quite the battle come up. Green Mountain Roller Derby from Essex Junction, Vermont versus Jersey Shore Roller Girls from Asbury Park, New Jersey. So tell me a little bit about Green Mountain, Giraffe.
Green Mountain Roller Derby is skating in black today. We have number 19, Beast Infection, 20, Seroquel XR, 23, Fox, 29, Poison Apple, 30, Rad Rover, 31, 99, Bernalise Evasion, 32, Curb Stomp, 369, Snatch McCracken, 4, Cryptic Kablam, 44, 82, Trasher D, 88, 7, Clitorisk, 9, Busty Breaker, and they are bench coached by Coach and Strawberry Jam.
And on the Jersey Shore tie, come out in the teal, we got number 27, Betty Rage. Number 333, Mayhem Murphy. Number 43, Nikki Knuckles. Number 5, Cool Mo T. Number 570, Slamabelle Lee. Number 679, Sissy Slammer. Number 732, Wanterland. Number 8, Emma Effa. Number 92, Shreddy Vetter. Number 00, Milf and Cookies. 1031, Misbehaving Maven. Number 108, Jenny Jawbreaker. Number 131, Shermaine Tank. Number 1672, Maria Giorno. And number 180, Jack and Coke. I am still exhausted from that last game between Bruce City and Providence. So I apologize, Head. Giraffe, you're going to have to take up all the slack on this one.
I'm a little hoarse myself from cheering from that last one.
You don't look like a horse. You look like a giraffe. So.
Well, thank you.
But yeah, great game. Thank you once again, Nerd Derby. You're watching us on twitch.tv. Check out and subscribe to Nerd Derby to watch all the previous action here. So who do we got jamming?
I wish I could see their numbers. They're just so low. All right, we have Curb Stomp and Slamabelle Lee jamming.
And Curb Stomp there. Slamabelle Lee, who's a hard fighter as a jammer, had quite the battle yesterday against Burning River, but she's one of those jammers that never gives up. Finally getting that lead for New Jersey, coming out into the back in turn 3. And
it looks like both teams are skating pretty quickly here. We'll see if that's a deliberate tactic or if they're just all hyped up to get going. We have number 8, Emma Effa, lined up against 369, Snatch McCracken. And Snatch McCracken makes that look easy. Just right through that wall.
Yeah, from start whistle to lead jam whistle, it almost like rolled over itself.
Yeah.
We're getting an illegal contact call. That is going to go on number 30, I believe. There, I think it said Rad Rover.
And Snatch calls it off, so that's 0 points on the board for Jersey on that one. And 2 points for Green Mountain.
So early start off here, trade-in of scores from both these teams here. And coming up on the gym line right now, Bernalise Evasion going to go skate to skate against Slamabelle Lee, up for a second. Already 1-0 with those leads.
I think she probably would be okay with that.
Right now, it looks like Jersey Shore is actually down a pivot. And I do believe the same, nope, just one blocker down for Green Mountain. So they're mixing up lateral block it. Slamabelle Lee going 2-0 with that lead and getting recycled back is Bernalise Evasion. Bern getting recycled back there by number 732, Winter Wanterland. Oh, quite the collision, but yep, that is a low block call. And that is going to go on a blocker for Jersey Shore. And cutting of the track on Slamabelle Lee. We have a power jam here, Giraffe.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's our first power jam, so we'll see if this gives Bernalise a chance to break through. She's still stuck on her initial, star in hand. Star on head.
star in hand, and star in heart. just trying to dig away at that pack. And we're getting a cut track throw up in the air, trying to see who that's going to get assessed as. Another blocker for Jersey Shore going to the box.
It looks like Bernoulli's teammates are trying to play a little offense and help her through, but it's just not working.
And Slamabelle coming through, picking up 4 points coming out of that box. Pack hung up there into the straightaway. And it looks like we're going to get ourselves a star pass there, and that is to number 9, Busty Breaker, who is the captain for this game.
And Busty Breaker is in the pack.
Oh, God. Oh, that was a form by Poison Apple, but the damage was done. Slamabelle Lee recycling back now.
Yeah, that was a hard hit. Took her a second to recover from that one. Do not envy that.
Yep, we're writing down, and now that jam clock is wrapped up. Points thrown down there. We're going to get some more wrapped up. Nope, no more on that last jam there. And I do believe we have a lead change now, 14-10 for Jersey Shore.
Emma Effa back up to the jammer line for Jersey Shore, and we have Curb Stomp jamming for Green Mountain.
Giraffe, take a look at that pack situation right now. I'm rotating the blockers in and out of the box. Very early on this game, we got 2 for 2.
Yeah, this is one of those moments when you're a blocker and you're like, oh, crap. We'll see how they do with just, yeah, see, it's very hard for just 2 blockers to stop a really fast jammer.
MF is just sweeping through the hips to the outside of the pack. Goes out of bounds, but it's going to slam that door down and pick up 3 for Jersey Shore.
Yeah, that almost looked like a cool apex jump with that little spin in there. Unfortunately didn't land, but it looked great.
Sometimes it's how beautiful it looks.
Right.
I know in Derby it's down to the points of like you actually having to land the thing, but it's still nice to like look pretty like a dove in the air.
Yeah, I mean, as spectators, it's still fun to watch.
All right, who we got up jamming now?
We've got Beast Infection and Slamabelle Lee. Slamabelle Lee seems to, for sure, be one of Jersey Shore's default jammers. She's gone out quite a few times at this point.
Beast in her own beast mode, working that initial pass. Got a forearm call. That's going to go on blocker for Green Mountain. Slamabelle now working that initial pass through. Trying to dig away and clears the pack finally through the inside there. Going to return another 4 points. And now we have a tie game, Draft.
I hope if this one is half as exciting as the last one, I'm going to be having a lot of fun.
And I'm going to be dead over here. So
yeah.
I need our EMTs on standby. Oh. Yep. See you.
And now we have Snatch McCracken jamming with, I believe that's Emma Effa.
That is, and our awesome producer, Cashman, let me know. There's a 2-jammer rotation that Jersey is working on. The only team we've seen do that this weekend has been Antwerp, who are going to be playing a little bit later today, about 5 o'clock against Providence.
Yeah, you have to be really confident in your jammer's endurance to only have 2 of them out there because it is very tiring. Oh, and we have a power jam. Emma Effa has picked up a track cut.
And a misconduct calling well, so that's going to be a full minute.
That is going to be a good opportunity for Green Mountain. Snatch McCracken going right through that pack like nobody's business. Ooh, Snatch McCracken falling over backward on the outside, but she's popping right back up. She has been drawn to the back of the pack to restart her pass.
Give herself a little bit of a nice draw back there. Boost it. Comes through the middle and is going to get the lead.
I like that. She looked at the ref like, was I in? And he nods. Yeah,
yes.
you're in.
Yes, you are. And you are living up to your name. You're snatching up the points for Green Mountain.
Ooh, beautiful offense there.
Yeah, I believe it's number 32, Curb Stomp. Just clearing the path for Snatch to grab another 4 for Green Mountain, extending that lead a little further along. Great defense coming back by Jersey Shore, and now recycling Snatch back to turn number 3. And now the box is starting to clear out as Jersey Shore is loaded up their pack once again. trying to play a little bit of offense. And Emma Effa through the inside there, but still, it's initial pass time.
And Green Mountain's going to play it safe, call it off, make sure that Jersey Shore doesn't get any points. That was a huge jam with 20 points for Green Mountain.
Biggest jam here, and we can watch on this replay coming around.
Wait. No, just when she got loose finally on the inside.
Yeah, just when she got to the inside and just swooped around, picking up those points there. Now coming back up the line, what do we see here, Draft?
I see we've got Slamabelle Lee and can't see her number. Busty Breaker is jamming for Green Mountain. And Busty Breaker doing a great job breaking right through. She has lead jammer for Green Mountain.
Very neck and neck. Both these teams were 3 for 3 in jams, leading up to jam number 7 here. Busty Breaker now coming into back, trying to favor the outside, trying to keep the toe stops in bounds while calling that off. And our jammer referees talking to the outer pack officials out there because that was right on the outside of that straightaway. And yes, cleared all 4, picking up 4 points.
It's always a risk when you call it so late, but it paid off.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Look at that. And like Slimbo was just like right on her tail, almost getting some points too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's beautiful footwork.
And with that, holding Jersey Shore and scoreless for the last 3 jams. Oh, we got Curb Stomp rocking the star for Green Mountain and Maria for Jersey Shore. First time I believe I've seen her actually jam this weekend.
Oh, and she is a hit to the inside just as she thought she was finished with that pass. She's going to have to re-enter at the back of the pack, try again.
And with that, she had to re-enter behind Curb. A little bit of extra blocking near the end there, picking up 4 points. And we got a timeout call by Green Mountain, who is holding 45-17. Now using this timeout to kind of reset their brain a bit here. Again, like 4 straight leads in a row for Green Mountain and 4 straight scoreless jams for New Jersey. Now, what is it going to take for Jersey to get back into this? Utilizing a timeout that they didn't even call.
Maybe they need to have some Taylor ham because it's Jersey.
Ah.
You know? Oh, okay. It's funny if you're from Jersey. I think it's funny.
No, I know about Taylor Ham.
Yeah. I think they just need to not let the mental game get to them. The score only looks so different because of that one huge 20-point jam, but that was unusual because it was a power jam. So I think just at this point, this early on, this is when you have to win the mental game because if you start feeling defeated now, there's no way you're going to pull it back.
And we've seen some crazy comebacks and upsets already this weekend. So you never know what you're going to see here so early in that. We still got another 20 minutes left of the first half. Coming up, they've got Emma Effa rocking the star for Jersey Shore. And the number 3199, Bernalise Evasion for Green Mountain.
Green Mountain is down a blocker. So far, it's not too much of a hindrance to them. Ooh, Emma Effa goes down backward, but she's right back up. Looks painful.
Yeah, this is why I get bruises, just from watching all you skaters out there taking the beatings.
Emma Effa is lead, but she's only got about a quarter track on Bernalise.
Effa coming into that pack. Could not get through and just going to cut the losses. Only 2 points, but Green Mountain, even in the rear, picking up 3. And thank you for joining us here on Twitch.tv here with Nerd Derby, our awesome production team. Got great quality video that we've been having here. And if you missed any of the action, definitely subscribe to Nerd Derby for checking out all the previous action, also other tournaments and future tournaments we're going to talk about later.
Oh yeah, there's plenty more Derby. We have Slamabelle Lee jamming against Snatch McCracken. Slamabelle right through the front of the pack. She's got about half a track on Snatch McCracken.
Walking back of the head on pivot for Jersey. She's going to report to the penalty box. Emma almost just kind of swimming through is Slamabelle Lee. 4 points up. And we're exchanging 4 for 4, going shot for shot between these two teams. While Jersey Shore losing another blocker to the box. Pack now moving into turn 3. Pretty split up Green Mountain pack, and we're having a forearm call near the end there. 3 points picked up by Jersey Shore, slamming down Green Mountain from picking up anything else there, Giraffe.
Yeah, so far we've had a few close jams where it's only, both teams are scoring, only a few points different.
So now lining up. Yeah, we got the power start. Yeah, I guess that was a forearm. They want to slam a bell Lee, so we got a power start here, and that's going to be Beast Infection here, Giraffe.
A power start with only 2 blockers from Jersey on the track. So should be a good one for Green Mountain. Ooh, blocker going down hard on the outside.
And with that actual block, that was a direction of gameplay now being assessed on a Green Mountain blocker. It's going to be a little bit tough for Jersey Shore, who are trying to pull it back together. But 4 picked up by Beast Infection.
Slamabelle is sprinting back to the track as we speak. Now Slamabelle still has to make her initial pass, which means Beast has more time to see if she can get more points.
That actually knocked the wind out of me watching that. One heck of a hit, and I think that was Jenny Jawbreaker, if I'm not mistaken. Wonderful blocking work. Nice tripod sub, now breaking down to a 2-skater blocking wall as number 887, the Clear Risk, is trying to bridge that pack together.
And Slamabelle was pushed out of bounds at the very last second, which is always satisfying as a blocker, but heartbreaking as a jammer to be so close to success only to start over.
Nikki Knuckles grinded down on Beast Infection. Forced now recycle back to turn 3. Another one to the infield there.
Yeah. Beast Infection has the star in her hand. We'll see if she passes it or if this is just a distraction technique.
Finally getting a opening through after taking a couple of nice little hits on the inside there, picking another 4. Beast Infection pushing up to 60 to 26 so far. 10 seconds remaining in the jam clock. A recycle back on Slamabelle Lee behind number 20, Sarah Quill XR.
Yeah, Slamabelle's looking exhausted. I'm sure she's glad this jam is over.
Wow, huge opportunity capitalized by Green Mountain. So we're going back to the replay here. This hit, bam, into the infield at the end there. And that was actually, that was Sissy Slammer, Sissy Slammer delivering 2 big hits.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I would not want to encounter Sissy Slammer down an alley.
Definitely not. All right, we have Snatch McCracken looking to jam for Green Mountain. But we have an official review. So the teams are chilling out, taking a breather.
And when we talked about earlier about a lot of great action coming up, like Nerd Derby, you'll see them at Coastal Chaos on April 26th to 20th at Rockport. Mine, thank you, Rock Coast Rollers. But what other tournaments are coming down here, Giraffe?
There are so many tournaments coming out through the rest of the year. I'm excited about Coastal Chaos, April 26th through 28th in Rockport, Maine. My team will be playing there. I'm also super excited about Paris is Burning. So if you want to plan an international vacation, go see Europe, May 25 through 26th. Paris is Burning is being held in, of course, Paris, France. So you can go see a beautiful city, drink a lot of wine, and enjoy roller derby.
I lifted Bobby Narco's card, so I'm definitely going to get some plane tickets while the going's good.
Who's your team?
Me?
Yeah.
The Hellions.
And we're going to get some information. Our awesome producer, Cashman, on the ready. There, what's going on with this official review as the officials are talking. Doing a great job overall for the weekend. Fantastic work. And I do believe, trying to see if we can see what's going on over there. Our head referee is actually, just for this bout, just to let everybody know, head ref technical difficulty being joined by Jean-Philippe Avon, Maria Von Slap, Oliver Pist, Just Mo, Organic Panic, and Tim the ref.
We also have a crew of wonderful NSOs helping us out here. We couldn't do it without them. Our crew head NSO is Rule Booker. We also have Tornado Alley, Mistress Grimm, Derriere, Bert Hurt, Veronica Scars, Neutron Scar, Mama Menace, Stella by Style, and Rutro.
Rutro. I love Rutro. It's one of the few. It's one thing I love about tournaments is getting to see familiar faces like Rutrow here, which we had a great time at Siege last year. Also down in Rock City, seeing them play against Ottawa last year was a great game overall. Now we're coming back together, so waiting on that review. Cashman's going to get to us. Who we got to get lined up over here?
We have Emma Effa jamming once again for Jersey Shore, and Snatch McCracken jamming for Green Mountain.
It looked like Green Mountain, called the official review, was looking for a high block call on Jersey Shore, but they will not retain that penalty. There's no high block called from either of the officials.
Emma Effa finishes her initial pass on 1 foot and does stay inside. That was very impressive to watch. Snatch McCracken finishes 1 scoring pass. Oh, almost a scoring pass. That was 3 points rather than the whole 4.
And you can join us here on the chat feed at twitch.tv. Give some shout outs, give us some information. You can be an off-site producer with us. Give us all the cool information. We got a lot from a lot of the fans and the skaters and family members from around the world. And also the grilled buffalo chicken sandwich is available at the food truck outside. So that's where I'm going during halftime. But that's another 14 minutes, 40 seconds away as we have curb stomp rock and star for Green Mountain. Slamabelle Lee out there for Jersey Shore, who picks up the lead.
So far, Jersey Shore hasn't gotten quite as many lead jams, so this is their opportunity to score some points, close up that point differential.
Slamabelle just kind of shuffles on through on the inside. That takes 4, slams the door back at Green Mountain. Maybe during that official review, they had a little bit of a chat over there at Jersey Shore and come up with that new game plan. But Slamabelle Lee's always been a very fierce jammer.
Absolutely. She just hits that wall, barrels on through. I would not want to be hit by her. No. Now we have Emma Effa jamming against Bernie Lee's evasion.
Let's see what Jim.
And Emma Effa dashing through that pack. She got hit a number of times, but it didn't phase her.
Oh, and a recycle back on Byrne. Now, last jam was the first jam ever in this game that Green Mountain put 0 points up now. And now they're in that difficult opportunity, getting rocked to the infield there. And we got Sissy Slammer on the back end. Another 4 points now picked up. And on the roll it goes. We have a star pass there. Who is it?
We have Sarah Quill XR. The pivot is now jamming for Green Mountain.
Emma Effa closing it off with 3 points. So that's 2 scoreless jams in a row now for Green Mountain. Tide is starting to change now in favor of Jersey Shore. Get it? Tide, Jersey Shore.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That was better than my Taylor Ham joke.
Here's the thing is I just realized it after the fact, so don't give me credit.
No, claim genius. It was genius.
See that, Cashman? She says I'm a genius.
Now it's real. I said it on the internet. All right, we have Beast Infection jamming against Slamabelle Lee. Slamabelle doing her thing, smashing through that wall. Oh, unfortunately, she did not smash correctly. She got a high block on that.
Power jam for Green Mountain. Pull at the announcer's curse if you want Green Mountain to have that advantage. Now we got to pile up on the interstate I-90. Turn 1. Able to pick up 4 points. Now Slamabelle standing in the box as the pack is stuck between that apex of turn 1 and 2.
Looks like Green Mountain would rather wait for Slamabelle, not playing offense on this particular pass. That's okay, Beast don't need it. She got through on her own. That was a big shoulder from, I believe, Curb Stomp. Oh, but maybe not a legal hit. Curb Stomp on her way to the penalty box.
Oh. And quite the collision out there, turn 3 with the pivot for Jersey Shore. Crashing into Beast, but the damage is done. got another 2 more points on that. Where Jersey Shore was starting to cut down that deficit, Green Mountain came back, pushed it forward, and all it comes down to really is capitalizing on those power jams. Not only getting the lead, but trying to stack that score as quickly as possible.
Absolutely. There's nothing more painful to watch than a power jam that doesn't go well, because it's like this was your chance. So hopefully if we get more power jams, they really make use of it. Very quick lead for Snatch McCracken. About half a track, maybe a third of a track in front of Emma Effa.
Pack now coming together here in the straightaway. Quickly called off, and actually it's not a score stream. They did get 1 single point for Green Mountain. And we're now down to the 10-minute mark of our first half here. A little bit of a back and forth exchange, but Green Mountain easily capitalizing on many of the jams here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of the total 16 jams that Jersey Shore went scoreless.
Busty Breaker is at the front of the pack. And she does get out despite some last-ditch efforts by Jersey Shore.
Yeah, they were chasing after her, like a dog chasing a car. They wanted it.
Number 23 Fox almost pushed out Sherman Tank.
Coming back to that replay here. Just finds it open on the outside. Look at that, the slide out from Jersey Shore, as we talked about when they were trying to zone in on that block, chasing after her. Sliding and there was a hit that we didn't even see there.
Yeah.
Number 32, great block by Curb Stomp, putting a shutdown on that.
Emma Effa is jamming against Seroquel XR. So far, Seroquel's mostly been pivoting. Looks like she's taking a turn jamming.
Emma putting the squash down on a 3-jam lead by Green Mountain, 78-37. Pack now moving into the straightaway with Jersey Shore in the rear. Emma swinging around, comes right to the center of the engagement. And there's the lock up there with Curb Stomp. The Curb will have to let her go, but yep, 2 points being thrown. But look, it looks like Curb Stomp got called for a forearm. She and another blocker from Green Mountain return to the box. This is a huge opportunity for Emma Effa to capitalize on. Only 2 blockers out there for Green Mountain. 2 points picked up now, and Seroquel now working the initial pass. And Emma's team telling just to call it off for now. Just play it safe at this point as they're catching now. 82-45 here, Giraffe.
Yeah, since Green Mountain is in the lead, they really have no reason to take risks. They can just do those really quick short jams, grab a couple points, call it off immediately, and that's how they're holding Jersey Shore scoreless.
Coming up, Slamabelle Lee rocking that star for Jersey Shore. Snatch McCracken for Green Mountain.
And we do have blockers in the box, each team out there with only 3 blockers.
That was quite the little leap into the pack that Slamabelle did. A charge and then just jumped into the center, gave enough momentum to swing around and take that lead. Snatch right on her tail as they're going to be swinging around. Turn 2 is the lockup of the blockers ready. And a quick slide to the outside, calls it off. Going to see if she got any hips on that. Jam ref conferring with the outer pack refs. 4 full points for Jersey Shore there. That was close.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about when you have blockers in the box, not only is it easier because you only have 2 blockers on the box to contend with, but Derby's got this crazy thing called not on the track points. So if you got 2 blockers in the box, you only have to pass 1 person and you get 3 points.
That's Cashman, that's Giraffe, and that's the sexiest man alive, Chad, over here in Nerd Derby. Thank you for joining us here. But yeah, now we got a timeout call by Jersey. And like I said, it's that little comeback and capitalizing on every opportunity they can. And it comes down to when you start losing those blockers, as you mentioned, you're creating a wide open door for the other team. Even more so if a team has if the team on the other end has all 4 out there, they're going to play offensive blocking and just spread you guys apart or knock you around a little bit.
Absolutely. It's hard enough to dodge one blocker coming at you, but if there are 2 blockers playing offense against you, it is really hard to get clear of that and stop the jammer at the same time. You can't be everywhere at once.
Jersey Shore blockers talking a little strategy. Going to sit at the pivot line waiting for number 19, Beast Infection, who's skating up against Emma Effa.
Yeah, if you know you want to take the front wall, starting up by the pivot line is a good way to guarantee that you get to be exactly where you want it to start the jam.
It proves effective here.
Yeah.
And ooh!
He's basically getting clotheslined by someone's shoulder.
Just getting launched into the infield. Emma Effa now pushed out of bounds. There's a forearm call. It's going to go on another. That's actually, I believe, the pivot for Green Mountain. Emma Effa already stacking up 4 points.
Yeah, we have 2 Green Mountain blockers on the way to the box. So, like we said, now we're back to the situation. Only 2 blockers out there trying to do everything all by themselves.
Nice, gentle apex sweep. Oh, and it looked like their Beast was trying to go for the same thing, but it got knocked into the infield there. Same goes with Emma Effa getting glided out there in care of Sarah Quill XR.
Not a lot of blockers out here on the track.
Wow,
We have 3 blockers. That's it, just 3. All right.
Green Mountain. All right, now they're all piling out of the box.
Yeah.
It's
Ooh!
like, oh.
All right. She gets hit out of the air, lands on her stomach, but she's fine, calls it off. She even got 2 points as she was flying through the air.
And with those 2 points, it was that hit we saw earlier. Being delivered. I want to say it's Sissy Slammer. Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
It's
yeah.
Slammer she did. But that is now the biggest jam for Jersey Shore, 14 points.
Yeah, they're going to need more jams like that if they want to close up that point difference.
Slamabelle Lee trying to favor that inside. In favor it does for her, getting lead, but look on the tail is Burn.
Now we have a bit of a race going, see who can get to the wall first. Yeah, better to play it safe, I guess. No points for either side.
I believe that's the first scoreless jam. First scoreless jam. Now we're talking about the kind of game that we enjoy as announcers, but also the kind of game this is going to be with that back and forth, where one might let up some points, they're going to always come back here. So a nice evenly matched here. I mean, you're looking at even but a big spread in the rankings. So Green Mountain 204, Jersey Shore ranked number 325 here. So if Jersey Shore can keep this a tight game, if not win it, that's going to be huge for their rankings.
Yeah, absolutely. They're holding their own really well if we're going to be looking at the rankings. Emma Effa does get lead jammer. We have Curb Stomp, about half a track behind her, has finished her initial pass.
Emma Effa coming in, just skates cleanly around the pack, and is going to shut that one down. But Green Mountain did not pick up any other additional points there.
So another scoreless jam. Oh no, my mistake. There's 4 points on the board.
Giraffe, if I said the number 5, what comes to mind?
Having 5 fingers on your hand?
That is true. Like the 5 that Cashman held up, because Jersey Shore has had 5 lead jams in a row.
Wow, yeah, that is a huge difference to how they were playing right at the beginning. Maybe they've found their footing and gotten a little confidence. We have Snatch McCracking jamming with Slamabelle Lee.
Multiplayer block call going on a blocker for Green Mountain. We got that lead for Slamabelle, and finally Snatch able to get out of that pack, but already now meeting the pack into turn number 2. Here comes Slamabelle, trying to find the open outside, takes a step out, it's going to shut that down. Our jam ref talking to our outer pack ref and said, yep, that is a full, no, is it 3 or 4? It's hard to see with those fingers up. I think I see 4.
Yep, that is a 4.
4 points up. Look how close this score is narrowing down, Giraffes. This deficit is just crushing away and stuff as Jersey Shore is maintaining those lead jams. And that is 3 jams in a row that Green Mountain is going scoreless as well.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Jersey Shore just needed to warm up or get their heads back in the game, but it's shaping up to be a really exciting bout. Very evenly matched teams right now.
Yeah, like Madonna, New Jersey Shore is getting into the groove as MF takes that lead yet again. And look at this blocking battle here. Cool Mode T holding like the shoulder to shoulder with Beast, forcing that recycle back. Emma able to slip through, picks up another 4. Beast working the initial pass. Pack now moving up with fast speed. Coming into turn 1, they're about to lock things down at the pivot line. Emma Ever swinging around. Yes, swings her
right through.
outside.
And calls
Wow.
it. Wow. The room has woken up. This started out as a little bit of a quiet one as we all recovered from the heart attack of last bout, but now the cheering sections are back out. Everyone is excited again.
Oh my goodness.
Slamabelle is aligned up with Snatch McCracken.
7 points. We're getting down to the last minute and change in our first half, and this game has tightened up. Slamabelle rocking it out with the crowd, getting a chance. Multiplayer block call. That is going to go a blocker for Jersey Shore. But lead going to Snatch McCracken. The tide now turning back in favor of Green Mountain, who are going to lose another blocker to the Bucks.
Ooh!
Yep, no pass, no penalty, as the blocker also went out with Slamabelle to the infield, working the initial pass. Snatch on the tail.
Let's see. Oh.
I think we're going to call that one off. And I believe, yep, there's actually a track out on one of the blockers for Green Mountain. Is going to sit this one out, so they're going to be down at least a block, or actually 2 blockers for Green Mountain. I believe 1 only for Jersey Shore.
All right, this is looking to be our last jam of the half. If Jersey Shore can grab lead on this one, they're going to have a major advantage. I mean, they can really bring this up to nearly a tied game.
It's going to be interesting now. They're moved up to the pivot line. See who's going to play in favor. MF is like not one of those jammers you want to give enough breathing room to get the speed, but they're able to get her out of bounds. And we got a low block call that's going to go on the pivot for Green Mountain. But lead is going to go to Rad Rover.
Yeah, I mean, from where I'm sitting way over here, it looks like it might have been a cut, but I guess the blocker who hit her down also went out. Ooh.
Yes, Rad Rover, Green Mountain goes over in that last jam of the first half, 94-79 Giraffe.
Yeah, I mean, there's a score difference here, but not insurmountable. I mean, one good power jam, and they could really bring this back. So I am excited to see how the second half goes.
I can't believe it. Well, we're going to get the cool stats for you. Thanks in kind to our producer, Cashman, as we come back. But we're going to take a quick break, definitely grab some food, some drinks, hit that bathroom, come back for more action. Welcome back, everybody, to our round 2 here of Green Mountain versus Jersey Shore here at Siege of Central New York. I am the Pharaoh Fantabulous, the CAC, being joined by
Giraffic Jam.
And our awesome producer, Cashman. And what a crazy bout this has been already with start. Green Mountain holding the big chunk of this game here, but that comeback here, 94-79, Jersey Shore coming back. Now, here's the interesting thing. It came down to the last 7 jams of this game. Here's how it was with the 7 jams here. We're talking about with scoreless jams for Green Mountain side. 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5. Would say about 5 there? Yeah, about 5 scoreless jams. They only picked up 8 points in 7 jams. Jersey Shore, 42 points in 7 jams.
Yeah.
That's where that big roar came back. Most of us holding those lead jams. They got about 14 lead jams over the 12 for Green Mountain. So capitalize on it. It has. But so going into, tell me a little bit about the penalty side of the situation.
This has been kind of a penalty-heavy game. Interestingly enough, both teams are pretty similar. Green Mountain is at 23 penalties, Jersey Shore at 22. Unfortunately for Green Mountain, a lot of those penalties are being held by the same couple of skaters. We have 29 Poison Apple sitting at 6 penalties, so she runs the very real risk of fouling out. We also have Curb Stomp, at 5 penalties, so she's only got 2 more left in her before she's got to go. And Curb Stomp is one of their Very strong blocker, strong pivot. She, excuse me, sorry. She jams, she blocks, she hits really hard. She's really great. Whereas over on Jersey Shore, they're spread out a little more evenly. Slamabelle Lee at 4 penalties, Sissy Slammer at 4 penalties, and Maria Giorno at 3 penalties. Slamabelle being one of their really great jammers, 4 penalties is very dangerous for a jammer because she can't get away with that many more before she's in real trouble.
Yeah, like I said, as soon as if any of them start losing players on their team, it will be detrimental because this is becoming a very close game. You kind of wonder what that strategy Green Mountain had to got received from their coach, being coach, and also Strawberry Jam on how they're going to change things up. Because he said with that long streak, the last 7 jams, it wasn't looking good for them at all. But who we got kicking this one off?
Well, we have Emma Effa jamming for Jersey Shore, and if you're just joining us, that's Jersey Shore in the blue. And we have 369 Snatch McCracken jamming in black for Green Mountain.
And once again, thank you very much for Chad and Lana here of Nerd Derby, bringing all the great action. And they got many more tournaments. You can see the great coverage with Nerd Derby here on Twitch TV. But off to the races we go. And Emma Effa draft right there, firing ahead.
Yeah, I mean, as we've been talking about these penalties, it really does give the other team a dramatic advantage if too many of your skaters are sitting in the box. As proven here by Emma Effa, very easy for her to get past just 1 or 2 blockers.
Keeping that lean, not too much of a rush, just pacing herself because she has a whole 29 minutes and change to go for the rest of this bout. A quick hop on the inside, able to keep the skates inbound, takes that 4 and shuts things down on Green Mountain. But Green Mountain did actually, nope, they picked up 3 additional points, bringing them over the century mark to 101.
Now we have Beast Infection lined up with Slamabelle Lee. There are a lot more blockers back on the track this time. Jersey Shore at a full 4 blockers, 3 on the track for Green Mountain.
Getting up to the front now, you can see Slamabelle slips on the outside, tries to meet in the middle. Great back and forth by Jersey, trying to control Beast. But both the jammers are flying out. Slamabelle in front with the lead. Pack now lining up on the outside of turn 2 into the straightaway. And we're going to shut that down. A scoreless jam. Playing very smart. Slamabelle does not want to risk any opportunity for Beast to get any points because she capitalizes on any moment she can.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time left in the half for taking other risks later on. Towards the end, maybe they'll get desperate. For now, better to play it safe.
And now Emma Effa back up again. It's part of her rotation. Slamabelle going to go skate to skate there with Snatch McCracken.
And it is Snatch McCracken who's victorious with lead jammer. Emma Effa about a quarter track behind.
Green Mountain losing a pivot to the box. And up at the front of the pack is Green Mountain.
And that is a 0-0 jam.
Yeah, coming in. Snatch was coming in on it was Sissy Slammer. Well, the performance we've been seeing Sissy Slammer duel out on the other jammers for Green Mountain. Probably best to just save and preserve yourself.
Absolutely. We have Busty Breaker lined up with Slamabelle Lee.
I believe, is that Breaker's first time up at jam? Breaker's first time up at jam there?
For the half, I believe so.
Yeah. Well, there.
Slamabelle doing her thing, slamming right through that wall.
So
She has a lead jam. Busty Breaker being drawn all the way to the back of the pack.
so it'll be a 3rd time up. First this half is the captain. Still getting knocked around. Meanwhile, Jersey Shore already lapping around Slamabelle Lee with 4 points up. This could be the big turn of the tide on the shores of Jersey. 4 more points pick up. The big wave is roaring. Going to shut that down as Breaker finally got out of that pack.
We are now only 6 points apart in the score, 101-95. That was an 8-point jam for Slamabelle Lee. Emma Effa is lined up to jam against Beast Infection.
Packs lined up at the pivot line now, drawing back Beast looking to stop that 3 jam scoreless streak.
Jersey Shore starting off by playing a little bit of offense for Emma Effa, sending one of their blockers to the front.
And there it is, taking that lead is Beast.
Emma Effa stuck on just one last blocker over there.
And we got a forearm call on the pivot for Green Mountain.
And Beast calls it off. I could hear a lot of people, I guess the crowd at her bench, all screaming, call it, call it, call it.
Maybe it's best advice just to call it, if that's the case.
Yeah, if everyone's yelling it, there must be a reason, right? Slamabelle and Snatch McCracken are up. I'm quickly becoming a big fan of Slamabelle because I love the way she just fearlessly dives through walls. Who needs to juke when you can just knock them over?
Tries to become the juggernaut and powers through. But in attempt to power through, that was snatching up that lead. Uh-oh, and and we're going to see it's a low block call on Slamabelle. Power jam for Green Mountain.
Yeah, this is their chance to really solidify their lead so that they don't have to sweat quite so hard out there. Green Mountain's all sweeping in, busting up that wall by playing a little offense.
And here comes that spread that Green Mountain needs to try to push that deficit a little bit further ahead. Already got 4 racked up now. Swims through the inside, picks up an 8-point jam thus far. Slamabelle now getting released in the box. Trying to recycle back in over a turn 3. Also going out of bounds there, stepping out was Snatch. Now both jammers are going to meet together there in the middle part of the straightaway. Now remember, Slamabelle has yet to get through her initial pass, so she still has to work through that. So Snatch has opportunity, and she's going to capitalize by picking up an additional form and keep it going. Right now we got a multiplayer block call that is going to go to a Green Mountain blocker.
Slamabelle is out of the pack, so that will probably force Snatch to call it off.
Another 3 points, 15-point jam by Snatch.
Big jam like that is exactly what Green Mountain needed and probably what Jersey Shore was hoping to get for themselves.
And Breaker looking just for some clarification from the officials from head ref technical difficulty. And now up on the jam line, MFA has returned. And we'll go skate to skate against Beast yet again. So they seem to be keeping that rotation for both teams. Beast almost found the opening inside. Emma Effa limping through. Beast able just to get by Emma Effa. Thanks in hand to number 9, Busty Breaker holding up Effa there.
Beast has no interest in playing that game or racing that race. Better to call it off.
The 2 scoreless jams already in our second half. Actually 3, that'd be 3 scoreless jams. Yep, and that's 3 straight jams scoreless for Jersey Shore. Both these teams really giving a dig at each other. And I love like when as an announcer you get to see the perspective of a game not by the score but by the performance and seeing how nearly evenly matched this has become.
Yeah, I mean, both teams have these great walls that keep managing to suck the jammers back in just when you think they're through.
Sarah Quill XR with the lead jam. You might have heard a yelp, but you didn't see it on the camera. But coming around turn 3, she lost her footing and slipped and yelped and just laughed. But unfortunately, she got a track cut on that one. Still smiling, laughing like I goofed. I goofed. It's my fault.
Yeah, so now we are switching out jammers in the penalty box. At Slamabelle back on the track with her own power jam. Slamabelle is slowly forcing her way up. Her team playing a little bit of passive offense over there because they are ready for Sarah Quill when she gets back on the track. and she goes down. It looks like she kind of slipped. And Sarah Quill being drawn to the back once again. Oh, we have another jammer penalty for Slamabelle. That was a back block.
Got a back block call, and also their pivot getting nailed for a forearm. That one now returning back is going to be Sarah Quill XR.
We have about 20 seconds left of this 2-minute jam, and I feel like some people out there are looking a little tired. Does not stop Sarah Quill from getting her points. A lot of offense coming out of Green Mountain. All those blockers just slamming through that blue jersey wall.
Another force stacked up by Green Mountain. And we're getting our jam ref for Jersey Shore just tallying up. Yep, and they did get a couple of points there before that back block and penalty. But now we're going to have that power start for Green Mountain, but a quick official timeout. As I hear, fix your numbers is shouted out. Yeah, because now the numbers have been vanishing off from all the sweat on that track with the marker. Yep. And we're getting that assessed there. Also, it looks like Slamabelle Lee did pick up 7 penalties there now, so that is a foul out, unfortunately. So that's one of like Jersey's top jammers too.
Yeah, Slamabelle was very effective against the Green Mountain walls, and I'm curious to see who they're going to put in the rotation in her place. They do have, I can't see who it is from here, but someone's serving the penalty in her place. And that is Emma Effa. So Emma Effa is jamming for Jersey Shore. She's on her initial pass. Snatch McCracken is also out of the pack. Oh, unfortunately, Emma Effa has picked up a track cut, so it's right back to the box for her. Things are not looking great for Jersey right now with these last few jams.
But the fight still comes from Jersey Shore. But
Yeah.
a multiplayer block, I believe, was, yep, and that is going to go on to pivot for Jersey Shore.
That is some great blocking from Cool Mo T, who managed to catch her with her chest but not go over backward.
Yeah, and that went on Sissy Slammer, who already was coming into the game with those 4 penalties. So let's see if what total we got at the end there. But meanwhile, 4 more points is picked over Jersey Shore. Emma Effa back into the action, picking up the speed. We're down to a single blocker now for Jersey Shore there. That was a whole lot of penalties and a timeout call now going to Jersey Shore after that. Definitely need to regroup and recalibrate now because they lost a Slamabelle.
Absolutely. When we came back from the half, it seemed like both teams had gotten the advice to calm down, slow down, play clean. But as play progresses, people are getting tired, people are getting frazzled. Those penalties are racking up all over again.
I see over there Adam Witt and Craig Patton talking amongst themselves, trying to come up with that new strategy, rounding up and rallying up the troops. And Emma's going to go back up to jam again, but had that penalty, so got a little bit of rest there.
Seems like Emma F is going to be getting quite a workout for the rest of this game.
Rotating out a couple of blockers there. And it looks like another blocker going to sit in the box.
Once again, we're looking at 1 Jersey Shore blocker out there.
And that's going to be a tough one there.
Yeah, she's
one versus the world.
Yeah, facing the jammer like that, you can see where the jammer's going, but she's just asking for a shoulder to the chest. So.
But here, this is where Game of Thrones comes in yet again for me because that premieres tonight. She's got to hold the door, and that door being beached trying to bust through.
Yeah, I mean, she took that hit like a champ, but there's only so much one blocker can do. Both jammers now racing around the track, neck and neck. Emma Effa just about to pass Beast. Beast says, nah, calls it off.
And way to make a comeback on that force, and that call off scoreless yet again.
I believe that is Misbehaving Maven jamming for Jersey Shore. I don't believe she's jammed much so far this bout, but she was jamming in their last bout yesterday. Snatch McCracken pushed out, drawn all the way to the back of the pack. Ooh, Snatch McCracken dodges a booty on the outside line, grabs lead jammer. Ooh, Misbehaving Maven stays on 1 foot, keeps her balance. Now she's done with her initial pass.
Maven changing up things for Jersey Shore. This could just be a blessing in disguise. Coming up real quick, forcing that one call off there. And I believe that's 3 points picked up by Green Mountain and not the full 4. And I do believe, yes, that Stacey Slammer has been retired from this bout. So one of the top jammers and top blockers for Jersey Shore.
Yeah, check out that
Retired
replay. That replay showed that amazing balance, that 1 foot skill. Woo.
I don't know how she does it. I stub my toe on thin air, and then I see this happen. Talented people out here
Oh yeah, absolutely.
in the world of WFTDA. Then we got Emma Effa back up on that line. Rocket Star burn for Green Mountain, and Emma Effa does get that lead.
This is the first lead for Jersey Shore in quite a few jams, I believe. I think 4 jams. Oh, and we have a star pass for Green Mountain. Curb Stomp now holding the star. And remember, Curb Stomp was one of their skaters with a high number of penalties, so hopefully she plays clean with that star in her head.
It's going to be needed. And they do trade 4 for 4, so that was a successful star pass. Keeping it even out between these teams. 16 minutes remaining, and it's about 151 to 101. It's good to see Jersey Shore now cracking that the triple digits. Now that's going to bring up captain for that team, Busty Breaker. Oh, we're having a quick official timeout call here. That's our head referee trying to make sure the count on the flat track is correct. Number of people who are not in the penalty box should be on that track ready to go.
And we have Busty Breaker jamming against Sherman Tank. Sherman Tank going up. I believe this is only her second or third time out there. But Jersey's been kind of forced to try out some new jammers.
But you never know what's going to happen in like under 16 minutes. Oh,
Ooh,
and
yep.
that was a back block if I've ever
I'm
seen
pretty
one.
sure she was removing herself from the track before it even got called.
Yeah, they did a whoops.
Yeah.
And they lost their pivot too. So we got power jam for Jersey Shore. Tank is out, has the lead.
This is the chance Jersey Shore has been looking for. They need to use this power jam to their full advantage.
Telling her pack, start moving now. Here I come.
Yeah. Ooh.
Great footwork, and gets that 4.
Just listen to that cheering. The whole room is so excited for Jersey Shore. We do have Busty Breaker back on the tracks. That's power jam is over. Busty Breaker still on her initial though, I believe, though Sherman Tank does call it off.
Yeah, I got a 3-0 on that one. Yeah, it might have been a little bit of a too early call off, but still able to pull up 7 points for Jersey Shore. Great capitalization on that power jam opportunity handed over to them. Now you got Emma Effa back up on that line, going up against Snatch McCracken. Thank you again for joining us here on twitch.tv/Nerd Derby. Don't forget to subscribe to watch all the awesome action from this weekend, previous tournaments, and upcoming tournaments in 2019.
Ooh, Emma Effa almost out of the pack and goes down alongside another blocker. Oh, and she does pick up a back block penalty. Now it's power jam in favor of Green Mountain.
Yeah, illegal contact on Emma Effa. So this is a flip of the tail compared to the previous jam.
That offense worked. They cleared that outside line.
Yeah. I liked how Green Mountain just came in, not forcefully, but just gently nudging. And all it takes is just that little bit of being touched from a different direction, just to throw off your focus and your game and give your jammer an opportunity to get past the opposing team's blocker. But a track cut now assessed to snatch. We have Empower Jam back to Jersey Shore. MFA now back into the pack here at turn 4, going past the jammer line. Pack split up by Jersey Shore. Working the initial pass still is Emma Effa.
Yeah, and you mentioned that they very casually just cleared like a little bit of space, and you see these jammers toe stopping up these lines. You only need like 2 inches for one of these jammers to get through. So as a blocker, you just got to make them the tiniest gap. These jammers are fast enough and agile enough to really make use of that.
Curb stomp was locking in hard against Emma Effa earlier.
Another clean sweep right through the pack.
I believe Curb reporting to the box did not see that penalty call from the far side of the track. However, the crack and snatches, goes out, has to recycle back. In the sweep of things, MFA calculated that one opening, took it, and is racking it up for Jersey. 4 fired back by Snatch McCracken now. Swims through MFA 4.
Yeah, definitely a directional penalty on those blockers there. They played offense by basically rolling backward into them, which is not quite legal in Derby. I mean, it's only illegal if the refs see you do it, right? We have Beast Infection lining up to jam for Green Mountain, and I believe that's Misbehaving Maven. Can't quite see your numbers from here. I'll let you know in a second.
Hopefully riding that wave is Jersey Shore. 16-point jam, their biggest jam so far in this game. And they are riding that wave there as Misbehaving Maven taking the lead. Beast getting recycled back all the way to the jammer line. Maven already through.
Ooh, hard fall right onto the butt. That is a painful one. All right, Beast Infection has finished her initial pass. Misbehaving Maven is almost out of play at the front there. Yeah, she stays in bounds. She makes it through, and she calls it. She did not call it quite soon enough. That was 4 points for Green Mountain.
And we got a timeout being called by Green Mountain. Great action thus far here on second day Siege of Central New York here at the Kennedy Arena in Rome, New York. Thank you again to Central New York Roller Derby for hosting this awesome tournament. Yet again recognized by the WFTDA, and one of the first we've actually had a video stream. Thank you, Nerd Derby, for being part of it. And if you like seeing this action, stick around, because after this game, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Central New York will be on the flat track going up against Burning River.
Yeah, and make sure you are subscribed and following to Nerd Derby on Twitch. This is not the only tournament that they're going to be at. So if you want to check out tons of great Derby from the comfort of your own home, make sure you are following Nerd Derby on Twitch and Twitter and Facebook.
Yeah, they'll be at Coastal Chaos there. I know you'll find exciting. MF are pumping up that crowd there. I love it. I got to love Jersey Shore. Like, you're down a couple of skaters, you're down in points, but you still got that fighting spirit to you, that pride.
Absolutely. It's always so great to play with teams who are having a good time no matter what the situation is. We have Emma Effa standing out there with Snatch McCracken waiting for the refs. Oh, and the refs are like, nah, never mind. Another official timeout. More talking to do.
I'd like to thank all of our officials here. We have like 3 lines of referees doing the entire weekend here.
Yeah, they have been working hard, working so many bouts, and we are so grateful to them. We couldn't do it without them. And we also couldn't do this without our sponsors. Right now we have 808 Roller Skate, who I've definitely already impulse dropped a lot of money on. But hey, if you're at home, that's cool. 808 Roller Skate has a website. So check them out online, follow them on social media. They have this great rewards program now, so I can justify buying even more Derby gear.
And Snuffy's over there.
Oh yeah, and they brought a dog.
Yes.
I'm so excited about the dogs. Emma Effa right on the outside line, getting that kind of lead that Jersey wants. She's not far ahead of Snatch Kraken.
And a forearm on
Oh.
Snatch. Howard Jam, Jersey Shore.
Yes, the cheering section is going wild. We'll see if
Like-
Jersey Shore makes the most of it.
Their Jersey Shore bench is all standing here, Giraffe.
Yeah, everyone's on the edge of their seats. 4 points for Emma Effa. Jersey Shore's already standing and ready to play that offense. Clearing a gap for Emma Effa. And it's a beautiful, she's being bounced around like a pinball, but
Yeah, Green Mountain reminder, this is no stroll down the boardwalk.
yeah, absolutely. They're making this difficult for her. She's only got about half a track before she's gonna have to call it. And you hear the whole room going, call it.
Taking sound advice and picking up an additional point by keeping Snatch out of the game. Look at that catch up now, down to a 30-pointer where we were about 50-point spread, now about 30-point spread.
Absolutely. We only have 9.5 minutes left, so they're going to have to keep up this momentum if they're going to turn this around. But it's Derby, anything could happen.
Big pickup here by Jersey Shore.
Beast Infection is out there with Misbehave and Maven. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I read that number incorrectly. That is Sherman Tank. Both jammers are desperately fighting through.
Yeah, same multiplayer block all going on. Pivot for Green Mountain.
Yeah, this kind of wild, frantic, fast-paced derby is how penalties get called.
Both teams now have their pivot in the box. Beast out with the lead. Tank still bulldozing through. Finally gets out of that pack.
Jersey Shore banding together to form a tight tripod.
But a cut, but that is on one of the blockers for Green Mountain. Call off by Beast, picking up only 3 points for Green Mountain. Now the intensity is kicking up here at Giraffe as we're now down to 8 minutes and change.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting to the point where I'm like fidgeting on the edge of my seat.
Literally anything can happen.
Yeah.
We've seen it today, and we'll definitely probably see it in future bouts.
Oh yeah, so absolutely stay tuned because there's so much more derby to come. Snatch McCracken and Emma Effa are out there. Ooh, blockers going down. Both jammers are out, so it is another race.
Oh yeah, here's the horse race. Look how quick Emma caught up. Lapping around. I think we're going to scoreless again. Another scoreless jam, wrapping that up.
Yeah, a scoreless jam is beneficial for Green Mountain. They're in the lead at this point, so running out the clock will help them win. For Jersey Shore, it's a lot more important that they get a few points in every single jam if they're going to catch up in time.
Maven back out on the line. Going to go skate with Beast Infection. Down a blocker in the box is Green Mountain.
And another official timeout.
5 scoreless jams in the second half. This is where the intensity is kicked up. We start feeling it at the second half of the first half, I should say. So quarter number 2, as I'd like to call it, where Jersey Shore was making a comeback. But then penalties started playing against them. Green Mountain pushed that deficit ahead, and now they're playing with intensity now.
Beast Infection and Misbehave and Maven are out there. Beast Infection is like so close to, oh, and she goes down. She looked like she was nearly past those blockers.
And Maven is the only jam that goes out. But no pass, no penalty. So,
Okay.
no lead, but actually,
Oh,
they're going the lead
she
still.
is lead. I'm a little confused by that, but all right. She is lead, and Beast Infection is still caught in the pack. I mean, we've seen a lot of situations where both jammers get out at the same time. This is the first time in a few jams that one of the jammers has been stuck for quite this long.
4 big points picked up here for Jersey Shore. The initial pass being worked by Beast. Blockers for both teams just flowing into the box now. We got about two blockers per team out there. Another one, and oh wait, we got illegal contact on Maven.
That did look like a bit of a back block. She
yeah.
came in hard.
Yeah, she wanted to call that off, but it's already happened. So now those points gained are going to be lost a little bit with 4 points coming back to Green Mountain.
Yet another case of one Jersey Shore blocker out there all by her lonesome. She's being joined by one of her friends from the box. All right, we got more blockers back on the track now. Ooh, and Beast Infection is hit to the inside, drawn back.
Looking at the tripod set by Jersey, another recycle back on Beast. Maven in the mix, trying to reclaim those points back. Will do so, puts up another 4. More blockers for both teams to the box. It's just penalty heaven during this jam. And wait a minute, we have a low block. A low block on Beast, who still is going to pick up those 4 points. But now, Giraffe, we have a power start for Jersey Shore.
That is going to be great news for Emma Effa, who's going out there with the star on her helmet. And we have so many blockers in the box.
I couldn't even count how many penalties were in that last jam. Yeah, I agree. Way too many penalties.
Maybe there's like cake in the penalty box, and so people keep getting penalties so they can go hang out in the box and have some cake.
There's cake in the penalty box? I'll be right back.
Yeah, let me go forearm somebody so I can have some cake.
I'm sorry, Cashman. Take one for the team.
Oh, Emma Effa looked like she was out. Tripped. Oh, she is lead, so she did get past that blocker despite that fall.
Only one blocker each for each team out.
This is the smallest pack I've ever seen.
But
this pack of 2.
Destruction of the pack. There goes.
Now we have a pack of 0. What is happening?
The crowd is loving this.
Gosh. Okay, all the blockers are released at basically the same time. So suddenly we have skaters streaming onto the track. Emma Effa is coming back around. Now there is a pack for her to pass.
Thou shalt not pass.
And she's calling it off.
Thou shalt not pass, because we're in the box. With 2 more points picked up by Emma. A big gain there now, like bringing up 182 to 151.
That is the weirdest jam I have ever seen. We are looking at Sherman Tank going up against Busty Breaker. Breaker looking to mess with Sherman Tank a little bit. Hits her out on the inside line. Busty Breaker does have lead jammer. Ooh, Sherman Tank getting some shoulder hits from that Green Mountain pivot.
I agree. I'm talking with the chat over here on Twitch. I had not seen that before. I've seen something similar, but not to that intensity. Damage done now. 1 point picked up there by Green Mountain. Quickly forward now down to 2 minutes 40 seconds remaining. 183, 151.
Yeah, we're only looking at a couple of jams left. But we all know the way the ranking works, even if you lose, your ranking is still affected by how much you won or lost by. So it's still in Jersey Shore's best interest to push it out and get as many points as possible in these last few jams.
It's like, win if you can, lose if you must, but always close that gap.
Absolutely. Every point really does matter.
Yes, I partially borrowed that from Jesse Ventura. And Beast taking that lead, swooping around pack on turn 1. Jersey Shore now quickly trying to reform that tripod. Bam! The slam the door shut on her. Getting rocked was Beast, now going out, recycling back in, being drawn back in by number 43, Nikki Knuckles. Emma Effa, now we're going to pass. Huge knock into the infield. He says, I haven't any more of that. I'll just take my 2 points and get back to the bench.
Yeah, I mean, these tripods out there, so strong, which is why you want your blockers to be on the track, not in the box, because if you have 3 or 4 people, they can really hold back these jammers. These blockers are doing some great teamwork, really sturdy out there.
Maven now lining up against Busty Breaker.
Ooh, Busty Breaker falling over a Jersey Shore blocker. And I think I heard a lead, but I can't see who the ref is pointing at.
It's quite the mix of everybody and laughing. And
Okay, so lead jam went to Green Mountain, but then she got recycled back into the pack.
I'm waiting for her to shut it down, but they're going to tell her to keep going.
I'm not sure she realized she was lead.
Maybe confusion. 3 points picked up by Jersey, 0 for Green Mountain.
That was a good jam for
Yeah,
Jersey
there was
Shore.
a little bit of confusion because they were at neck and neck at that point.
Yeah.
And then Jersey Shore's blockers came in, took her out of bounds into the straightaway, forced her to recycle back. 185, 154, about 14 seconds remaining.
Yeah, we're only going to have one more jam if somebody calls a timeout.
Oh, we're in.
Sorry, I
We just made
miscounted.
it.
I read wrong. So this is going to be our last jam.
You may have read wrong, but thank you, Rutro, our jam timer.
Emma Effa is lead. No, she's
track
not
cut.
lead. Track cut. Her bench was jumping up and down. I think they thought she was lead, just like I did.
Now they're going to keep it going. We talked about this, that point spread, Green Mountain. That's what their target is now in this final jam. Jersey Shore is going to do everything it can to pin them down. Remember, Jersey Shore ranked 325, Green Mountain 204. And a low block call on Beast. A do-si-do double jammer penalty in the final jam.
This final jam is going to be 2 full minutes. You thought Derby was almost over. You thought wrong. We got 2 whole minutes.
Emma Effa going to narrow that down. Get knocked to the infield. Oh, I'm sorry, it's out of bounds. Going to recycle back in. Green Mountain doing a great job taking turns, rotating each block around.
Oh, gosh.
But
everybody's just hitting it.
But a track cut again on Emma Effa. 2 track cuts. That's 3 jammer penalties in the final. So we're going to now down to 46 seconds remaining in the jam. 2 blockers only out for Jersey Shore. Whole full pack for Green Mountain, and Beast is going to take a step over, pick up 4 points. Now we're going down to a 3-pack jam. A 3 blocker pack for Jersey Shore. Beast slowly approaches that one and steps around the pivot, going to pick up another 4 points for Green Mountain. This is the big getaway. Now Green Mountain losing their pivot to the box.
And Emma Effa finally finished with her penalty and is back on the track. Emma Effa is through the pack. I believe that was her initial pass, so no points on the board yet for Jersey Shore. And that is the end of our jam and the end of our bout.
40 points of separation between these teams. Again, that was a very interesting game in how the penalties played out against teams in that second half there. Jersey Shore losing two of their best, Slam Bell and also Sissy, and still able to make a big comeback, changing things up, throwing misbehaving Maven into the pack. Emma stepping up the game a bit. The blockers also stepping up the game, capitalizing on mistakes made by Green Mountain and made them chase and work for that.
Absolutely. They held their own. They did not make that easy for Green Mountain. That was a fun bout to watch, and Jersey Shore is clearly a great team. They really did well. Congratulations to Green Mountain, though, for pulling ahead and taking away the win.
All right, we have our final score, 194 to 195. What's our next bout coming up?
We have Central New York versus Burning River. Central New York, of course, being the home team hosting this tournament, so that is bound to be a great one with a huge crowd. So come back for all the cheering and the yelling at 3 p.m.
Yep, I am, on behalf of my producer, Cashman, I am the CAC.
I am Giraffe.
Thank you very much.